What up, Ho Biscuits? It's your girl Skitten, back at it again. First and foremost, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are staying safe and sanitized. A lot of you have expressed some concern on various social media platforms for Chavez and I being okay, just because the news has been reporting like a ton of flooding and rain going on in Vegas. And I appreciate that you guys are concerned. Thank you guys so much for reaching out. We're fine. We're fine. The flooding does get a little bit crazy, and especially like on like the back streets of Vegas, which are clearly just not, they just clearly weren't engineered to deal with like a heavy influx of water. So you can't really like drive around back there because like those places get super flooded. If you look up like the link, LINQ on the strip, you can see like a crazy amount of flooding there where they just obviously didn't do the drainage right. Like, I don't know what they were doing over there. Chavez and I, live in an area where there's relatively minor flooding, pretty good drainage, and we don't go outside of the house when it storms. We stay inside and watch movies and hang out. So, but we're doing well, we're doing fine. I clearly have not melted yet. Chavez hasn't melted yet. We're doing fantastic. We're doing fantastic. Today, we are here to watch r/Murdered by Words. It's from EmKay, and the subtitle is Goated with the Sauce. I feel old. I don't know what that means. And it makes me slightly concerned. So either way, I'm excited to see what this video has in store for us. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
Why is Alon Amit, is that how you say his name, not received the Nobel Prize for his work in theoretical physics? Is this indicative of biases in the Nobel Committee? Okay. I did no work in theoretical physics, or any physics really, so the fact that I have not received a Nobel Prize is not indicative of any bias, but rather of the fact that the Nobel Prize Committee is generally interested in people who did actually do something in that field. I would certainly hope so. Kind of feel bad for attracted people who are now having to communicate with their words for the first time and realizing they don't have a personality. I feel attacked. Well, you shouldn't though. Oh man, I knew what was coming a mile away and it still hurt.
I didn't know it was coming a mile away, and so that was incredible to me.
The Australian funnel web spider is often regarded as the world's deadliest and hasn't had a confirmed kill in over 40 years since the antivenom was created. No trace, no witnesses. We call that a professional. Yeah. You're dang right we do. Ugh, Australia, you've got to do something about this pandemic of spiders, man. They're getting bigger every year. Coyotes shouldn't die for fur trim. PETA supporters in fur coats, matted with blood, crawl to the Canada Goose Inc. annual meeting in Toronto. So, you guys bought fur coats to demonstrate against buying fur coats. PETA doesn't do anything that makes sense. You know how many animals they've killed after stealing from people? Yeah, nah.
Don't fucking get me started about how garbage PETA is. Don't fucking get me started. I get so mad every time PETA gets brought up. And then I was watching Selling Sunset. I don't know if you guys have ever watched it, but I am a bad reality TV whore. So I have seen all seasons of it. And one of the girls was like, oh, I'm a vegan and I love animals so much. So I partnered with PETA. And I was like, the cognitive dissonance, Heather. What are you doing? What are you doing? So you can do your own research about why PETA sucks. Just, obviously avoid PETA talking about themselves because they're obviously not going to represent themselves truthfully. But no, PETA is literal garbage. Literal garbage. Okay, I'm done. I'm cool. I'm chilling.
I believe that the true key to a happy marriage is that when one spouse, me, says, I really think I need some new shoes for the gala tonight, I'll be back in a few hours, the other spouse says, go have fun, instead of, don't you already have enough shoes? One key to a successful marriage is probably having enough money that the concern isn't what you're wearing to a gala. I see the word gaslight one more time, and I might get off the internet forever. You're not even seeing it that much. It's all in your head. Yeah, Steve. No one says it. You've never heard it.
But also, he's fucking right. I released a video, oh God, who knows how many months ago now, where I said that there's quite a few words that I wish had just like never entered the lexicon because social media just took them and ran with it. And gaslight is just at the top of the list. It's just at the top of the list because while gaslighting is bad, every lie is not somebody trying to gaslight you. Sometimes they're just lying. Like, gaslighting is a very specific form of manipulation. And it's just so concerning because when you water down terms, it really makes it impossible to see when actual gaslighting is happening. And not to harp on the fact that I'm an English major, even though I haven't done that in so long. Like, oh geez, no, I used to talk about my degree all the time. I don't ever talk about that shit anymore because honestly, why? What is the purpose? But as an English major, I just get so distressed because I'm just like, words mean things. Words mean things. As a daughter of a lawyer, I am just like, words mean things. They mean things. And yes, obviously, colloquialisms exist. And yes, obviously, the definitions of words can shift over time. But like certain, oh my God, there's a word that I'm looking for and I can't think about it right now. It's not medical, but like certain terms should not have their definitions adjusted over time because like certain clinical terms, my brain worked. Certain clinical terms just should not have their definitions adjusted over time because it makes it impossible to fix the problems. Anyway, let's continue the video.
Girls want to talk about period pains, but have you ever rolled your ankle over like this? I'm so glad girls don't have ankles.
Right.
I always thought that they didn't. It's good to get some confirmation on that after all this time, though. Women who complain that they just can't meet anyone, also women when a guy says hi. The only thing this meme has right is that they're dodging bullets by ignoring you. Oh. Whoa. Okay, that one felt like getting punched in the gut, and that has never felt so good before.
That's a good one.
Spoiler-free summary of Halo's new episode. Can someone who suffered through watching the episode give me a too long, don't read of what happened? Local theater company does Dune, but with a fraction of the screenplay.
What are they referring
Compared to my
to?
hands, I've been told my thumb's a bit too big. A bit? If you go hitchhiking, commercial planes will see you.
Jesus.
Well, that's a good thing, though. That means the planes might pull over, and he'll get an even faster ride that can take him farther. Think, guys.
That's an
School
insane
children
amount of stuff.
shouldn't get lunch if they don't pay. Wait a minute. Why are we charging kids to eat somewhere they are legally required to be in the first place? With your stupid ass. Yeah, I'll never understand anybody who's got the argument of, kids don't deserve food. The Met Gala is happening again already, and this year's theme is straight flexing. It's gilded glamour. At a time when wealth inequality has passed gilded age levels, they've gone fully mask off.
Mask off. Fucking mask off. Mask off. Fucking mask off. I don't know the rest of the words to the song. I don't think I've ever actually listened to that song in its entirety.
You live in a mansion and drive a $200,000 Porsche.
Oh, Lord.
Sorry, Porsche. Wealth
Lord,
inequality
Lord.
is bad, says a guy whose new shirt cost more than the monthly check for an entire family on welfare.
Oh,
Look,
God.
some people can simply lose touch when they start making mad frickin' money. Millennial are just mad they aren't contributing to the world other than lawsuits and whining about mean posts. Name one great accomplishment made by a millennial. I'll wait.
Show me.
Your wait is over. Youngest female elected in the House of Representatives.
Misspelled
Making
representatives.
Facebook. Current Formula One world champion.
Yeah.
Current chess world champion.
Okay.
3 times Olympic champion ice skating. Current fastest man alive. Ed
Yep.
Sheeran, Justin Bieber, Zed, and Rihanna.
You're losing me.
This list is endless. You just have your head stuck in your boomer bubble. They always do. It's kind of funny
Boomer
they forgot
bubble.
that the website they were on was invented by someone from the generation they are saying did nothing, as bad as that website is. Why do
Yeah.
the British say Zed instead of Z for the letter Z. Because in Britain, there's a country called England where the English language comes from, and therefore we call it quite correctly Z. You have to remember that there is no American English. There is English, and then there are mistakes.
Oh.
Also, variations of languages aren't real and cannot exist. I did not realize that at all. Also, it's how I was taught, so it doesn't really matter.
So we're just ignoring the existence of dialects. I got it. I got you, Alistair.
You know what I'm saying, and I know what you're saying. Wow, crazy. Gay dude is trying to decide where in Canada I want to live, seeing as how it will probably be illegal to even say I'm gay, let alone being involved in any homosexual-related activities. I want to be prepared. Jerk. Hey everyone, I'm gay, and I care what everyone thinks. Pity me. Wah! Sorry, gay dude. I can't relate. I would be more sympathetic if you were talking about mobs who wanted to kill and harm homosexuals. But all I see in legislation is how the tax breaks fall based on your situation. Do you really care if people know you're legally married? Maybe you do, and that's where I can't relate. Assassin. Jerk is an idiot. Married for 10 plus years and then walks out on his wife and 3 kids to play the field a bit? How is that for being blunt?
So you just put his business out there like that? That's, whoo! That is a level of petty, not petty. It's not, I feel like this wasn't even petty. They were just like, nah, I'm sick of your shit, Greg. Tired of your fucking shit. I like it. I love it.
College grads expect to make $50,000 more at their first job than they actually will, survey finds.
Which is unfortunate.
Probably the result of a lifetime of participation trophies. Your generation raised that generation, moron. I'll never understand. The people that complain about participation trophies are the people that invented and forced participation trophies to happen. Your 8-year-old did not ask for a participation trophy.
Honestly.
You wanted your special little boy to get one, even though he lost. Hating Elon Musk for the simple reason his electric car company is successful and he tweets a lot is the least interesting form of leftism.
Before we get to whatever was said after this, would just like for it to be known that it's fuck Elon Musk all day, every day here on SkittenSays. Let us proceed.
You don't actually think that people hate him for the simple reason his electric car company is successful and he tweets a lot. You know, that's a wild straw man. Why even tweet something like this? Do you think he's going to see this and be like, Lee, it's Elon, I saw the good tweet. Will you be my best friend or something?
I'm dead.
I feel like Lee is hoping for something like that. Maybe a follow? Native Americans aren't native to the Americas, so Did you even think about this sentence before posting it? You know, funnily enough, I'm sure the guy did.
He definitely thought he was saying something there. He thought he was doing something with that.
It took me 19 years to figure out news stands for notable events, weather, and sports. No, it doesn't. I feel like the word news has been around before news was reporting on sports, right?
Yeah.
Hell, probably even before we were talking about the weather. Why there are no photos of nighttime on the surface of Mars captured by the rover? Here's one. You get it. The first person couldn't take a joke about a character from The Office. All right,
okay,
I don't love Pam's character at a certain point, but this is just blatant misogyny. She's confirmed to have slept with 2 men in the entirety of the show, and she's considered a mattress. I think even Angela slept with more people. Y'all need help. Only person that needs help is the person taking a joke about a character from a show serious enough to defend her and claim something is wrong with others. For making a joke that is literally from the damn show. Well, what more can really be said there? I'm a software engineer, and I have no idea what you mean by hardcore software engineering. Will you please enlighten me as to what you mean? What great piece of engineering have you done? Ever flown on a plane? Transatlantic, perhaps? How about credit cards? Do you use them? How about all that's going on with software-intensive defense systems in Ukraine? The work I've done has shaped software in all of those domains and more. Gonna have to do some research on this guy. That sounds pretty incredible. Tiffany McAllister. 1 stars. Horrid. Didn't show up. My first 1-star review.
Yeah,
I've been waiting for 8 months for this. Well, Tiffany, I did in fact show up and did in fact diagnose your Dodge Caravan with your husband beside me. It needs a starter. You knew I was there because you texted me and told me how you were unhappy with your husband and how I was sexy AF. So I proceeded to be a good person and showed your husband the text messages. And now you're mad, so you left me a 1-star review. Well, Tiffany, I'm giving you a 1-star review on being a wife. God bless. Good Lord, what is going on?
I really just wish she would have used the wrong form of your. That's it. That is the only critique that I have of that entire interaction.
Peloton? Actually, never heard anybody say that one. Convinced rich people to pay $2,000 for a bike and pay $20 to $30 a month to use it, and still failed as a business.
A stationary bike at that.
I mean, we're all buying $1,000 phones and pretty much pay a subscription every month just to have service to use it. Same concept. The fact that you tweeted this from a phone instead of a Peloton is maybe why they failed. Yeah. A stationary bike is not the same as a device that most people cannot actually live their lives without.
Right.
It's a little different. Oh God. But only if you're willing to be a Pepsi family. A Pepsi family. LMFAO. My father worked for your bottling company for 25 plus years. You fired him after denying to extend his leave while he was undergoing chemo. I guess to avoid paying out insurance? He died a few months later. You and Pepsi families. She wants the PhD. Well, not with that technique. No gloves, safety glasses, fume hood. The volume in the Erlenmeyer flask, see, I got that word right, is not suitable for what the flask allows, and the fumes from the left vessel are dangerously close to her nasal orifice. The only D she's asking for is disaster. Oh, damn. Tip for younger folks in the workforce. When you take PTO, anticipate how it'll impact your team and try as hard as possible to minimize any disruption. And realize that there are going to be times that you just shouldn't take PTO.
No, and fuck you for saying that.
Or, and hear me out here, take your PTO without any guilt. Turn off email, Slack, everything. No, really. And if it turns out your manager doesn't know how to keep your team running smoothly without you, get a new job.
Or ask for a raise, because if you can't operate without me, baby, you gotta pay me like I'm irreplaceable.
Yeah. Remember, if you take PTO, you're a stupid poopy head piece of garbage, and you're dumb, and I hate you, and you made my better paying job a little more harder.
Yeah. The way companies try to guilt you for using PTO is just, it's so wild to me. It's so crazy to me. Like, I'm allowed to take PTO. In fact, most places don't even provide like very good PTO anyway. So the fact that I'm now taking it and you're gonna try to guilt me, like, no, thank you, Susan. No, you can take that guilt trip over there. You can pack your own suitcases and you can go, but I'm not finna go. I'm not riding that train. No, thank you. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave your reaction requests and recommendations down in the comments below. And other than that, peace out, Hope Biscuits. It's Skittin' Lit.